Hey, hi everyone. Myself Firdaus Ahmed. I am the founder and CTO at RedStack Labs. Today we are going to have a very good session, this webinar today regarding various career options in corporate world, and our speaker will be talking about his career journey and the roadmap to various roles in corporate world that are needed. So. Yeah, I see people are joining in. So before we start, I just want to give you a brief about this webinar. I see everyone is muted and cameras are closed for security reasons. So we'll be opening the chat session at the end of the webinar so that like we could answer all your queries and questions. We'll be taking questions at the end of the webinar, inshallah. So let's begin with a quick introduction regarding Marvel Minds, and then our speaker will take over to discuss about the topic today. Okay, so let me just share my screen quickly. So we are Marvel Minds, training, consultation, and recruitment company based here in Srinagar, and we have our branch offices in multiple states, in Pune, in Chandigarh, in New Delhi. So Marvel Minds is actually part of RedStack Labs. So RedStack Labs is a software development company based in Srinagar. So we have multiple global clients, one of them being ROI Maximize, a hospitality domain analytical platform based in London. And another one is Decision Facts, a very good data engineering platform based in California. So they have a team in Chennai, and the rest of the team is with RedStack Labs. So we started Marvel Minds as an initiative to prepare students for increasing competitive corporate careers, right? So that actually means we want you guys to have these skills to empower you with those skills that are actually needed in the corporate industry. So talking about developers, so what are the hard skills? What are the technologies that are high in demand? So what do corporate ask for? And if you guys have those skill sets, so what would be the career path? What would be the journey? So that's what Marvel Minds is doing. It's giving you training, it's giving you consultation, and it's directly recruiting folks as well. So let's begin with today's discussion. So I'm introducing Saeed Hidayat Bukhari. So he is a PhD researcher in artificial intelligence on researching on the gastric cancer related things. So he is a consultant proposal manager in US Federal right now. He is CEO in Nextport Technologies Private Limited, and he is also associated with multiple other organizations across the state and across nation as well. So Saeed Hidayat Bukhari had a very fantastic journey into corporate himself. He has been a lead proposal writer in IQSAR, a MNC company based here in Srinagar, and they do have offices across the globe in various states and countries. So he'll be a very good fit to discuss about the various corporate options in corporate world, right? So I welcome Hidayat now to take over the topic and give you an insight about all of it. Yeah, well, Hidayat.
Good evening, team. Thank you very much, Firdaus, for allowing me to share some moments with you all. And the topic that we have chosen today is the various career options in the corporate and what should be the roadmap towards. So the first and foremost thing is why corporate. So before discussing why corporate, we need to understand what actually corporate is. But the corporate is an organized sector or an organization that is governed by certain protocols, and we have different shareholders who own the company. And once you reach the ladder, you become the shareholder of that company. So there is no ownership in the corporate. And so now this slide talks about why corporate. So we have chosen 4 main points. That is why we have chosen why we should go to corporate instead of government jobs. So the reason to choose corporate is related to the career path. So we have chosen 4 points to discuss. First and foremost is the job satisfaction. And the second will be the exponential growth and career development. And third will be beneficial networking and work-life balance. And the fourth one will be the good salary package. When we talk about the job satisfaction, we have seen that in government sector, you may be deputed, or you may get a job of a junior assistant, and you will be getting around 30 or 40,000 bucks. And you will be asked, for example, if you're residing in Srinagar, you will be asked to work that you will be posted in a remote area of Kupwara. So it's very hectic, to stay there and get your job done. So there is less job satisfaction. And when we compare the job satisfaction in the corporate, the terms and conditions are already discussed. And even post-COVID, we have a scenario where we can work from home, and there is a good work-life balance. So there is a much job satisfaction. And when we talk about the exponential growth and career development, for example, we have a guy who started at the age of 19, and he was deputed as a junior assistant in government sector. And once he reaches the age of 60, that is, he's at the verge of retirement, he will be getting, around 70, 80,000 or even a lakh. But here in corporate, you will see why we call it exponential growth. For example, if you spend some time in the corporate, you will see an exponential growth here, and you will get a good networking based on your profile. You will be connected to the global leaders, and overall, you will get the good salary. So what are the things that are needed to enter the corporate world? There are certain things that we need to focus on. For example, you have completed your bachelor's, or you have completed your master's, even you have the PhD in other subjects. But when we talk about when we complete our 10+2 in any stream, we need to focus on that. What should be my goal? How should I acquire? And after completing a certain degree, how can I achieve what I have dreamt about? So for that thing, for example, a guy who is doing BTech in computer science or in any stream, he should be well focused that I will be doing this BTech, and after that I will have to enter the corporate sector. But we have seen there's a trend, even if we don't have the technical degree, we have a non-technical degree. What we usually do, we clear the exams. Even if you are doing BTech, we focus on how to clear the exams, and we don't focus on the specialization. So we have different subjects. For example, we talk about specialization. So we need to understand that after completing my degree, I need to focus on certain area. Be it, for example, if it is, if it is computer science, we need to understand if I need to go towards networking, I need to go to the software development or any other domain. So we need to get trained over that particular subject. And for that thing, we should have the specialization. If you don't have the specialization, you have good degrees, you have certifications, but you're not able to practically put it in the scenario that is needed, you won't be getting any jobs. But even if you don't have a degree, but you have the specialization, you're a good programmer, you're a good developer, you're a good network expert, you will get certainly a good job. So we have to implement that knowledge, and we have to get ourselves nurtured, and we need to upskill our skills if you're good at programming, you have a good logic, but you're not able to put it in the practical way, we need to upskill it, the existing skills that we have. And third most important thing is the experience. If you're well skilled, we need to get the expertise over the subject, we need to have the experience over the subject, and for that purpose we need to we need to have that set of experiences. If you are good at programming, you need to understand that we should have the experience. So guys, am I audible? If you're able to listen, am I visible? You can put it in the comments section. If it is audible, you can put it in the chat. Is it? Okay, so we have distinguished the government sector and the corporate sector based on different parameters. For example, getting a government job is a dream, although that should not be the dream. But in Kashmir, particularly, not outside, we have a dream that we should be getting a government job. And that is an unfortunate thing. But here we have gauged it on different parameters that if we are going for the government sector, we should clear the national level or the state level exams. But here in corporate sector, if you even don't have the good grades, but you have a great communication, you're good at different trade, then you will easily get it. And you don't need to get referenced by someone like we have in the government sector. And when we talk about the opportunities, we have we have very less opportunities in the government sector, and you have to go through different recruitment drives, and it usually takes 1 or 2 years. And our 1 or 2 years that are very precious when we talk it in the corporate sector. But here, if there is an opportunity, it will take you around a month. Once you clear that the interview process, then you are good to go, and you are taken as the full-time employee. Third one is work-life balance. For example, if you're in the government sector, again, I will talk about that. For example, we are deputed in a remote area, but I'm from Srinagar. So there will be no work-life balance. But in corporate sector, post-COVID, we have some flexibility. For example, I have to go for some personal work, and I need to go to Delhi, but there is a job. And post-COVID, what helped us, I can go to Delhi, I can log in there, and I can start my day without wasting a day, or without even getting asked about where were you the last day. And when we talk about salaries in government sector, we have the fixed salaries, but here in corporate, if you spend 2 or 3 years in one corporate and then you get a different job, so you can easily get even 35%, 50%. Even I will talk about myself. I recently got an offer where I was given 100% hike on the salary I was getting. So there is growth. So these are some parallel things when I talked about my salary. So there's a good growth. For example, if I started as proposal writer, right now I am working as consultant. When I completed my MCA, I was working as a part-time tutor in one of the computer institutes where I was getting just 2,000 rupees. And right now I'm paying 3 to 4 lakh as tax to the government. So that you can just compare the salary. The salary I was getting some 10 years back, it was around 20 to 30,000. And now I'm paying taxes around 3 to 4 lakh, which a normal junior assistant in the government sector will be getting. So here we have professionalism. For example, you are in the government sector and you have your boss there. So you have to call him sir. And if you fail someday, you were not able to call him sir. there will be an explanation. Why didn't you call me, sir? Why were you not able to get up when I entered the office? But in corporate sector, if you call someone sir, there will be an explanation why you called me sir. So there is the self-respect that we all need to have. So we need to have some basic skills if we talk about the corporate sector, be it any sector, any private sector. So you should have good communication skills. You should be able to communicate, because the first round that you'll be going through will be the HR round. You will not meet the technical experts if you are good, you are technically sound, but your communication skill is not sound, then you will be rejected on the first day. So we need to focus on the communication skills. We need to focus on the work ethics. Work ethics is related to if my shift starts at 2 and it ends at 11. So I need to make sure that I join at 1:45 so that I could log into my system if there are some errors, and I log out at 11. If we are going on a break, I should inform my my team lead that I'm going on a break. So that will help me in my personal life as well. That will help me to be a disciplined human being in the personal life. And the third most important thing is the specialization. That if you are, once you complete your degree, and you need to make a checklist that if I'm going in a certain direction, if you want to become software developer, so you need to make the checklist that for becoming a software developer, I should have the following skills. I need to have the understanding of what computers are. Then I should have the understanding of computer language. Then I should have the clear vision about the different platforms that we use in the software development. Then I should be able to put those skills, put the computer language that I was able to learn, I should be able to put it in accordance to the industry norms. And we will be talking about 4 different job roles here. One is the HR side, the second one is sales, marketing, and the finance. So there is a ladder. For example, if you are in the government sector, you may be promoted. If you joined as junior assistant, you may get retired to a certain non-gazetted post when you reach the age of 60. But here, within a span of 8 years or 10 years, you see how you can move. Or if you have joined as assistant, you can, you within a span of 10 years or 5 years even, depending on your capability or your hard work, you can become the chief human resource officer in HR. And similarly, in sales, you can become the sales administrator. And in marketing, you can become the chief marketing officer. And in the finance, you can become the chief finance officer as well. So we have different job roles that are there. Their lead generation is there. Proposal writing is there that I will be discussing in broad. And we have tech support, we have project managers, we have product managers, and we have business analysts. So first and foremost is the HR, or sales and marketing and accounting. So we are committed. The commitment to career development in these fields can steer the course of your growth. And if you started at 30 or 40,000 per month, it can go up to even 4 or 5 lakh per month. So you can see how this the growth is exponential here. There are no the percentage wise, there is no percentile or there is no pay commission applicable when it comes to the corporate. So we have at Model Minds, we have different training modules that we have created for our youth, for the students, and we have broadly differentiated them into 2 categories. One is the technical and another one is the non-technical. In technical side, you see that we can provide you the training about full stack development, backend develop. You can become the backend developers. You can become the front-end developers, MERN developers, data engineers, DevOps engineers. And when we talk about the non-technical, we can provide you the training related to HR, how you can become the good HR, how you can become the administrator in the corporate, how you can be the lead generation lead, what is digital marketing, how you can become the graphic designer, how you can choose finance and sales as your career, or the tech support, or you can even choose the proposal writing. So I will talk about my journey as a proposal writer. I started my career in 2018. I joined proposal writing. Before that, I have worked with different organizations. I was working with Teleperformance based in Gurugram. And before that, I was the lead trainer for Jammu and Kashmir Police for around 3 years. And I have trained around 42,000 police officials across the state. Then I joined iQuasar in 2018, and that time proposal writing field was completely new to me. I had zero experience about proposal writing. Then I was trained by iQuasar, and then the initial salary I was getting some bucks that I was able to manage my pocket money initially, and it gradually increased. But that needed I worked very hard in that field, and I left iQuasar in January 2023, where I got a very handsome salary package outside. And one more interesting thing, the day I got the package or the offer from a company, after 4 or 5 days, one of my friends from Chandigarh, he is CEO of a good reputed company, he called me that I have a job for you if you can join as proposal manager here. So I asked him that I have already joined a company, and I may not be able to join your company because there is a commitment and the work ethics that we were talking about. So that came into, that became the bone of contention that time. So I asked him that I cannot, go for it. But I asked him that what salary you can offer me. He told me that whatever salary they have offered, I will give you 50% hike on that salary, even if it is whatever hike you have got. So it was touching, I would have to pay the government around 6 to 7 lakh rupees as a tax then. So that is the growth, but that I couldn't expect in the government sector. And right now, every day I'm getting around 4 or 5 calls from different reputed companies, and even who are the top-notch 5 companies, I'm getting offers as proposal manager to join their company. But it's not because I'm Hidayat Bukhari. It's only because that there's a skill set. I was able to brush it. I was able to polish myself. And within these days, I was able to, go for the PhD. And within 1 or 2 months, I will be completing my PhD in artificial intelligence. And I believe I will be the first set of people who will be completing PhD in artificial intelligence in Jammu and Kashmir. So that's an added advantage. And I don't think had I been in the government sector, I could have not been able to focus on my learning skill. So every day I learn new things and I keep on learning, and hopefully I will go for the research program and in both ways. But this corporate has really helped me, and I would appreciate you people to join either the technical courses or the non-technical courses based on your interest and based on your skills. And one more thing, it's not necessary that if you are BA and you want to go for the software development, what you should have the zeal for learning. If you want to become full stack developer, you should have that zeal that, yes, I can do it. If you're saying I can do it, I can firmly assure you that you can do it and you can become a good full stack developer. The only thing is that you should have the interest and you should have the patience for 5 or 6 months. And after 6 months, you will see how where you were and where you are now. Thank you very much, team, for your time, and I appreciate your patience. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.
Yeah, hi guys. So we're going to continue a few more slides. I would request everyone to wait, and we're going to conclude with a very good and interactive question answer session, hopefully. So just to summarize, I hope it was very interesting and you got the insight about corporate options, like what are the career options in corporate world. But let me just summarize, like it's not like about comparing yourself like or your jobs with government sector and corporate sector. It's about what are the options out there, right? So talking about irrespective of your academic background, if you pick up on certain skill set, you could enter jobs very easily in corporate world, being it HR, lead gen, digital marketing, or maybe on the technical side also. So we have seen people coming from literature and arts background and who are doing very well in development also, or maybe not in development, but they are very good in non-technical roles like HR, lead generation, and maybe tech support or proposal writing and all, right? So that's what leads to, that opens the doors, right? If you have that right skill set, if you have those hard skills that are actually needed by the corporate world. Corporate demands nothing. They are just asking for specific skills. Okay. So that's what Marvel Minds is going to help you. So Marvel Minds brings a very, very special program. So which is a very extensive training program. So where we are going to train you for over a period, like over a duration of maybe 2 or 2.5 months. Okay. Including, so we have a hybrid training mode. So which means like we will have some online sessions to include you to make sure that the actual professionals are giving you training. Okay. So they will be involved into your training sessions. They will be giving you talking about or discussing about lots of topics that are very relevant to their corporate journey, like what they are actually supposed to do onto their jobs. So they'll be teaching you from their actual experience. And then we have internship and workshops where we ask you guys to come and join us live or maybe offline onto our various locations. So you could come in, or if you're not available to commute, so you could join us online and be live and make sure that you are getting the best benefit of actually, like for example, as a developer, you will be doing the peer programming with these developers, okay, getting that 100% understanding, getting all your questions and queries answered upfront. Okay, so all these one-on-one sessions will be conducted every day, a very intensive program for over a period of 2 to 2.5 months, right? So apart from that, Marvel Minds also works very rigorously to give you direct job opportunities. So Marvel Minds is associated with multiple companies across the nation. So we have our folks. Let me just give you some example. So Shahid Hussain having a 12 LPA in QSS technology based in Noida. Ariba Mir got 10 LPA in SEMU technologies based in Noida. And also many other examples. If you see, we have trained so far more than 300 people, and I can proudly say most of them are very well settled. They are doing very well jobs across the nation. Here in Srinagar, many of them, like more than 20 developers, are full-time working with Red Stack Labs. Other folks are there in Hyderabad, Chennai, Pune, and other companies, right? So Marvel Minds is associated with these clients, more than 60 plus clients across the nation: Ocean Software, Semantics, Box and Biz, Future Analytics. So they are actually waiting for someone like you who is well skilled and well trained on certain skill sets, and they are actually looking forward to have someone like you, right? So we are actually here to give you that opportunity to forward your profiles to these companies, considering that you do have these skill sets. Okay, so we are going to start these training sessions very, very soon. So I'll be giving a description about that. So like recruitment and consultation wing on Marvel Minds is doing a very, very good job. So what I was saying, we are actually guaranteeing you 100% job placement, considering that you have followed our program with dedication and like 100% results, completing assignments and projects and everything. we will be giving you complete assistance for managing your profiles, doing the resume and social profile optimization, and preparing you for the interviews. Okay. And apart from that, we'll be giving you direct opportunities for interviews and for the recruitment with these companies, associate companies that we have, or maybe other clients like that are reaching out to us for these resources. So we have a full-time chief recruitment officer, Mr. Saeed Abdul Basit, who is like having a very detailed experience of 6 to 8 years in recruitment. So he has like done recruitment for international and national level. He is like associated with Optum Hire, a globally based recruitment firm, and also associated with Marvel Minds as Chief Recruitment Officer. So he'll be helping you directly to give you the like direct job assistances, inshallah. So moving ahead, so yeah, so this is all what I have to share, but certainly like I'm sure you guys will have lots of questions in your mind. So we are going to start our sessions for all of these like specializations very soon. So that's going to get started in first week of March or maybe ending Feb itself. So I would ask everyone to reach out to this number or maybe connect and register on our website marvelminds.in so that you could join us and you could actually make a like a career, choose a career option for yourself. Okay, thank you so much. I'll be open to the questions. So yeah, questions please. So you can drop it on chat, you can drop it on WhatsApp, whatever you like. So I'm here to answer. Yeah. Any questions regarding like all these sessions or any particular course or specialization? So you can certainly ask. You can maybe if we can open our group for some time for the chat. Okay, so I have some questions. No, I think I am audible to everyone. Am I? Okay. So due to recession and layoffs of companies, so Majid is asking a question. I'm a little bit worried about career. Yeah. Okay. So this is a question from Majid Khan. He is asking about, so there are a lot of recessions and layoffs happening in corporate world. So believe me, the small scale companies or the MNCs that are working out there, so they do not have like that much effect like that we actually see. But certainly there has been an kind of lots of layoffs, and most of them in very big corporate like companies like Google, Amazon, and Microsoft itself has laid off a lot of people. But if you see, as soon as they get laid off, believe me, so there are tons of opportunities out there. So even like take an example, like people out there are nowadays. So if you actually see, so go and Google it. So you will see the highest job kind of change that has been made happened in these 2 years, like 21, 22, and now 23 continuing, right? And then also the pay scale has risen multiple folds in these years after COVID. Okay, so that's because COVID actually brought in a filter and an effect, right? So what it actually did, it actually filtered out the people who are staying there into the corporate world. They have jobs, but they are not actually delivering. Okay, they are just coming into the company, doing usual chats and everything, but they are not really that much productive. What COVID did, so everyone had to deliver something. End of the day, you are sitting alone at your home, you are doing work from home, but you have to deliver. So what that did, that brought more demand for these skilled people. And believe me, if any company or any corporate is laying off, maybe for a reason, they have actually hired multiple folds, they do not see that business rolling, and then they want to lay off some people, right? And they found an excuse of recession, so they did that, right? Maybe certain percentage, but think of it like, is any one of them jobless right now? Do you see such news? they are getting much more, maybe I won't say much better offers, but certainly they are getting much more opportunities out there. Okay, so there are tons of companies, lots of opportunities out there in MNCs. We see a lot of demand. Like we see companies reaching out to us and asking for the resources, but we are bound. We do not have skilled people in hand. We do not have someone who knows what HR is, what lead generation is, what digital marketing is, and maybe who will be getting in maybe in a couple of weeks or maybe in a month or so, he'll be able to deliver. Is there someone who has such like specializations? So that's why we are reaching out to you. We're asking you join our program and see these doors open for you. So we have another question. Saqib Gulzar, does non-technical need programming skills? Certainly not. Depends upon which path do you want to choose. Okay. So if you are coming from a non-technical background, you see like there are non-technical people like who are from mechanical and civil background, and they are like working as director of engineering maybe after 7-8 years, like they have chosen to go for the programming and all, but that's not the end. So there are a lot of other career options, right? So which Hidayat gave you detail about. Like you see, there are tons of jobs in like as lead generation in HR, various profiles, like technical support. All of these skill sets, all of these profiles do not actually need programming as such, right? So what they need some basic soft skills, which is like communication, work ethics, some discipline, what's your attitude, how will you write an email, and all those things. And apart from that, you need some specialization understanding, right? What HR is, what recruitment is, how will you make a good hire, right? How will you retain a person? How will you negotiate with the people, right? That's what you need to know. So those are the skills which you can learn. But believe me, you cannot learn it from YouTube or maybe from the books or something. You need to learn it from the real people who had lived their life doing the same job. Okay, so you need to learn from the real people. So that's what we are trying to bring in. We are trying to bring in the professionals who could train you, be it anything, technical, non-technical, digital marketing, HR, sales. So, but that those will be the guys who will be actually training you based on their experience, right? Let me take some quick questions. So computer language, what kind of skill set non-technical need? Yeah, talking about basic computers, communications, and then specialization. Certainly you need to understand about that as well. So what are the basic qualification and courses during HR? And maybe a simple graduate, even if it is BA or BSc, that's absolutely fine. You can go for it. But certainly HR has some responsibilities. Are you good with the communication? Can you observe, right, the behavior of third person? Can you actually judge whether he will be good fit for a team or not? So there are certain tricks, right? So that you will learn into these programs from the professionals' experience, right? So that's what actually is needed. So I am working as software development mean stack right now for LPA. Is there any course for me? So certainly, yeah. So for me, we are actually having a program for MERN stack. Okay. So which is Mongo, Express, React. Okay. So we have a specialization program in React JS as well. So you could certainly go for it. And if you see, like nowadays, the dream job out there, like in IT industry, maybe not in Srinagar, but across the nation. So current dream job has actually changed. So at my point, like I would say, when I initiated my like my journey back in 2012, 5 to 6 lakh was then considered as a dream job for a development professional, right? But nowadays, 10 to 12 lakh is something which freshers are seeking to. But certainly, you will need to have that skill set, that you need to have that strength onto that particular language, so that you need to have. So you just need to go for it. So can you manage interview sessions for full stack developers in March with few companies? So certainly we do provide job consultations. So by the way, we have a very good program. So we have our office here in Srinagar, like at Kamarwari. You could Google it, reach out to Marvel Minds or Red Stack Labs, and you will reach us. So we are doing free counseling, career counseling, and free job consultation as well. Okay. So we have our own CRM where we are inviting multiple corporate companies to hire these people. Okay. So you could come in, you could give us your resume and all, and you could get those consultation opportunities also. And certainly, if you want to upgrade yourself, if you want to learn more technologies, have a real experience as a developer, working on the live project means like, so you could have like join our different programs. So we're not graduate yet, is our final year. What are we going to do? Okay. So certainly for people like who are about to finish their graduations, maybe someone who is into their early kind of years into their graduation, like maybe first year, second year. So they could also take an advantage of these courses. Okay. So these courses are very brief. Whenever you are free, you could go and jump in, right? So we are doing these in multiple iterations. So what we are going to do is once you join in, certainly, like for example, you want to begin your journey as a developer. So certainly it's not that you will learn everything in one go. Okay, so what you could do, you could start now. Okay, you could pick up the basics first and you could learn. Okay, and during all these years, you could brush up on those things. You could expertise on those things. Okay, and for those who are into the end of their years. Okay, so believe me, company like college like NITs, IITs, all those start their like recruitment and like job kind of offers back in like 6th or 7th semester of their degree, right? So that's actually 1 year before they are about to finish their degrees, and there are tons of companies who look for those people that who are about to finish their degrees like very time soon. So they do give offers. So if you are keen to do that, so join our courses, reach out for the consultation. So you will certainly see that there are opportunities for you, right? Okay. Yeah. Any other questions? I see someone typing. Any further questions? Okay. Sounds good. Okay, so thanks for your questions and queries, and I hope you got the value out of this webinar. And we usually conduct these webinars and boot camps also, where we talk about a specific particular specialization or maybe a technical topic. So stay connected, and you could register onto our website anytime. You could get more details from the website or reach out to the contact number that I have shared. Thank you so much.